My childhood was a time when everything was here and now, and I didn't have to worry about the future. One thing in particular stood out from those early years, and it was a place called Twinkle Twinkle Preschool. There I would be greeted by my other family, the Twinkle family. The children were not only my friends, but my siblings. The staff took care of me like relatives, and Setre Fathi was everybody's mother. Setre is the most selfless person I've ever known. Unlike some other individuals, her reason for starting a preschool was clearly not the bottom line. As Laura Reed, the school's co-director, put it,
she's very loving and kind, but at the same time you have to be a business person, and that is really her hardest job, to actually say to the parents, you owe me money.
But what is her true motivation behind the preschool? According to Chrissy Valaga, a parent and volunteer at Twinkle,
she doesn't take in that much money, and so this is basically just out of the love of her heart that she does this job.
Over the years, the community has taken notice of her unique school, which goes on weekly field trips, has regular reading and writing lessons, and is constantly hosting special guests for the children.
The size is fine, but the demands are high, and a lot of people want to come here, but I don't have the space for them. I like to be a part of everyone's family and really get to know every child and their families, and I think this is big enough for that. If I were any bigger than that, I'd lose the personal touch.
Remarkably, when Setre was younger, she never dreamed of working with children, let alone running a preschool out of her own home. Setre grew up in Iran, where she became trilingual in Farsi, French, and some Turkish. Unfortunately, when Setre was 13, her studies were interrupted by the Iranian Revolution. Setre left the country and studied in France for 2 years while her father secured a job in Los Angeles. However, moving to the United States for Setre,
it was a culture shock. I didn't speak any English, so it was a little tough communicating. I didn't know where I belonged.
When I asked her about her plans in college, she told me,
I thought I was going to take care of people and be a doctor, so I went to pre-med. And then I noticed I'd get depressed in the hospital.
After 3 years in med school, Setre finally discovered her dream.
When I was studying pre-med, I took a child development class. And then I noticed I really liked kids.
23 years later, Setre is still as devoted to the children as she was in the beginning and retains the personal touch for every single member of her Twinkle family. In early September, Setre celebrated the birthday of one of her students in her own unique way.
She celebrates every child's birthday so elaborately. There's no birthday that goes away without some balloons and presents and cakes and crowns and a book.
The future for Setre certainly deviates from that of most people. I thought retirement was surely on the horizon for a hard-working person like Setre, but once again she showed her devotion to the Twinkle family.
I haven't thought of not being able to take care of Twinkle. What I'd like to do with my life is I try to live my life moment by moment, and I try to always be the best I can be right now.
Setre is once again proving her generosity and dedication to her Twinkle family because rather than having concern for the future, she would rather deal with every moment of the day as right now. Even without a clear path for her future, Setre will still be devoted to her Twinkle family.
Okay. My main goal is making sure that these children remember their young ages. They can remember being loved in preschool. They could remember happy times.